Hi everyone. This is Ushen. Welcome to our I don't even remember what episode of Climax Group
Oh my
podcast.
goodness, really?
I don't
It's
remember because
it's been a
searching someone
while.
forgot to label.
Fair
Searching
enough.
someone forgot to label the numbers, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, joined today we have the Night Shadow
Yo.
and another Chitoge, just another Chitoge fan.
Oh, rude. Okay. So first we have a 105K member of Bugs 2, Komachi Shokichi. He has modified and bug traits. And his ability is that when he attacks and you have the 1K1 book trigger, you can pay 1 so that he gains 1000 power, and that when he reverses the opponent, he draws a card.
Actually, it's 2000.
Oh, is it 2000?
Yep.
Translation,
Wherever-
please.
Translation sucks.
Yeah, it's also modification trait, not modified trait.
Okay. Well,
It's not my translation.
it's translations. I'm reading them. I can't read the card. Anyway, I think it's good. You give you a 500 for a Climax combo that gets you power and draw a card.
So this is interesting because I play Little Busters, and this effect is actually on a 1-0 Cood. However, the Climax combo's on a 2K1. So I guess each has their pluses and minuses. This being a book trigger means that you'll have a better trigger. But it's also, of course, a 1K1, and you don't get to replace the Climax. So, in essence, you're replacing the Climax by paying 1 and drawing. So, that's more or less a break even. It's not bad. It's definitely decent for a trial deck.
I would have liked it if it was pay 1 on reverse to draw, but then you wouldn't have the power gain.
Yeah.
Well, you sort of need the power gain considering how all the level, a lot of sets right now are level 1 game.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's a costless 8K with the Climax combo, so that's not bad.
Yeah, no, that seems good. Next card?
Sure.
002K is a blue with the same traits, modification and bug. And when he is played to stage from hand, pay 1, ditch 1, and then search for either trait.
Oh my goodness, what is a
nothing to
pay 1,
say.
ditch 1 search doing in the trial deck?
Yeah, no, that's the first thing you told me. He is only 2K though, so still
You have a
really
searcher in
good.
the trial deck, like, come on.
Yeah, that's already good. And you can use it in either deck.
And the rumor is, of course, that the entire trial deck is not going to be found in the booster because it's the OVA,
And the booster's probably going to be the...
and the booster's going to be the anime.
Yeah.
So assuming that comes to fruition here, this is the searcher for the set. Wow.
GG guys, have to buy TD. Money, please.
No, but in all
Sushi Road,
seriousness, this
good.
TD is really good.
Yeah.
Like, you got a searcher,
Other than-
you got the book trigger with a Climax combo that lets you draw cards. That's pretty good. I'm like, we're going to get to some other cards that are just very interesting later
A
on.
lot of good cards.
Sometimes.
We'll see. Next is 2-2 Paraponera Donatello K. Davis. He's 8K with 2 soul. Same traits again. And when you have 2 or more other modification trait, this card gains hand encore, so discard a character. And once per turn, when you use an act, this gains 1K. I don't know how
The
good this
Encore's-
is.
I think the Encore saves it from being a terrible card.
Yeah.
Yep.
However,
I-
because it's a trial deck, it's most likely not going to have 6 level 3s. So you really want to fill out your 2 costers with 2 soul attackers. So you'll probably want to have, let's say that there's only 2 level 3s. Then that means you want to have about 4 2/2s. And this is alright for 2/2, especially because it's better on defense if you have a counter.
I don't like his second ability though.
The second
What other
ability is what
acts
makes
are
it
there?
sort of playable.
Yeah, but if it was like when you have 2 or more other modification, this gains 1K and encore, would that be better since you get the 1K on your opponent's turn?
But then the
Oh yeah,
face
that
power
would be better,
lower.
yes. But it would be 7/5.
I also wish it wasn't once per turn though.
Well, it would be too OP. What are you talking about?
Twice per turn.
Oh, please.
Whoa, that's too good.
Please, man. They don't make those anymore.
Yeah. Next is 00500. Same traits again, modification and bug. Member of Bugs 2, Akita Nanao. 500 power, she's assist 500. And pay 1 to draw 1 and ditch 1. So here's an act you can use with the 2-2.
Hey. How's the draw one ditch one treating you? What do
I
you think
mean,
about it?
it seems good.
Good.
Hand fixing your trial deck, sure.
Yeah, it's a nice secondary effect. I'm like, it's better than just a vanilla 500 assist. So
Yeah, that's true.
Because they don't have a brainstorm, so sort of compensates for that.
you really expect them to have a brainstorm in the trial deck.
I know you don't.
Even Milky Holmes wasn't that broken. Oh wait, actually, I think you do have a trial brainstorm actually in their trial. Like, let me know. I'll check later.
Yeah. Next is one of the most interesting cards that we've seen for Terraformer so far. 1/0 King of Pests Terraformer. It's 5k, bug trait, 1 soul. And the first effect, you may place any amount of cards with the same name as this card into the deck. So it's a swarm card. And for each other copy of this you have, it gains 500. So it can be a 1/07k, and it cannot side attack. So fun. It was actually really good, I think. For a swarm deck, I think that's really good.
It's good, but I'm not in a TD.
Well, the thing is, the number is T02A, so there's a chance that they might have more than 4 of this in the trial deck since it has more than 1 art.
Now here's the thing, right? It depends on how big of a Bushi troll they want to be. Are they gonna just put 2 copies in the deck and just force you to buy like 6 or more trial decks just to have like multiple copies?
Yeah, but
or because there's this one says A, so there's guaranteed to be a B in the trial deck, right?
Yeah.
So now the question is, are they gonna have more than 2? Like, the ideal, in my opinion, would be 8 of these guys.
Yeah, 4 of the first art, 4 of the second art. That would make sense.
But I guess the real question is, how many of them come in the trial deck?
I mean, I think there's a chance that this card could be in the booster pack too, since it can technically be in both the OVA and the anime.
No, I think it will have. I think in the if they are separate, I think there will be a booster card with the same name but a different effect.
That makes sense.
And maybe in a different color. Though most of the swarm decks are green or yellow. So,
the booster is a full booster, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Next is a card that makes the swarm deck even better. 1/2 event, drastic species change. You rest one of your bug characters and you search for 3 of the 1/0 King of Pests Terraformer and place them onto separate places on your stage.
They should have at least 4.
Yeah, see, here's the thing now. If you this thing is searching for 3 and Bushi Troll only decides to put 2 in, that's just trolling.
You never know.
Well, okay. So since it summons 3, at least they're gonna put in 4. I'm guessing.
Hope so.
You'd hope so, but you never really know when it comes to, I quote, Bushi Troll, right?
Yeah.
This card is very interesting for one reason. You're actually allowed to do a Soul Rush strategy with the trial deck, and you're kind of allowed to. Like, normally the +2 soul is there just for, hey, it's a +2 soul. But hey, in this deck, you actually have a +2 soul for this deck to actually functionally work. Even has an art similar to this. +2 soul was spoiled last week.
Yep, I remember. The one with
the bugs.
Terraformer, yeah, the bugs.
Yeah.
So, I noticed that all of the human characters have the insect trait. I have not watched Terraform Arts. Is there a reason for that?
So they're modified.
Should we spoil? I don't know if we should spoil it.
Okay, no. Well, this is something it's not really spoiling. So each of the characters has powers of insects.
Oh, okay.
Not all.
Not all of them are insects, but you know.
Animals. There we go.
Okay.
Well, right. Okay, so all of the first ship, which is in the OVA, so all of the OVA characters have insects. So in the booster pack, if it is the anime, it'll be modification and then perhaps bug. But if it's not a bug, it'll be something else. Because spoilers, there's a shrimp.
I'm not sure what they would call that. Fish trait.
I mean, there's a chance they'll just put it animal.
Yeah, who knows?
It's probably just animal.
But okay, so now my question is that what cards in the trial deck do you see right now that would support this bug rush deck?
The 002K searcher.
See?
Yeah, the 00 assist 500, pay 1, draw 1, ditch 1. So assists.
Do you think this will be a playable TD right out of the box?
Nope.
No.
Like, would you be able to make the Soul Rush deck out of it, like with
maybe okay. So
copies and
I think if you buy multiples of the TD, yes, I think it will be playable. Because if it really comes down to it, you could play 42 of the Terraformer and then like +2 soul.
You know those level zeros.
Who needs level zeros?
No, you need this event. Like this literally adds to your hand. Because
yeah. Okay.
This is the first one I've seen in a while that searches for characters, puts them in play, and you're not discarding a card.
Yeah. No.
It's amazing in my opinion.
I think if you buy multiples of the trial deck, it'll be playable. But if you're just like I thought you meant like just buy one the trial deck is playable.
No, not one. Like if you buy 4.
Yeah, no, I think it's playable. I think it's playable. If you're buying 1, no. If you're buying at least 3, I think it will be, depending on how many of the 1/0 you get.
Depends on Bushi Troll. All depends on that.
Yeah. So our first card for Kantai Collection is a 1/1 blue character. It's a 4,000 power with the ship girl and repair ship traits, it's Akashi Kai, new repair ship. This character has a 500 assist and encore assist abilities. All ship girl characters in front of this gain 500 power and a character discard encore. And when you play the Climax, there's a +2 soul. Which ship would you like me to repair? And you have one or less cards in your clock. You can heal one. What?
If you're at X1, you heal.
I spent so much time debating over this, trying to figure out where in the world would this card be played, because obviously if you're healing, that means that you're probably not running Hibiki, and if you're not running Hibiki, what are you running, right? Because Hibiki is probably one of our best pluses at level 0. So I got to thinking, and it's like, okay, so if I'm going to make this card work, I have to be able to guarantee myself to be at X1, and the only way I see that is a compression build with Tatsuda in the back, and basically healers in level 3. So if you ever get to a certain point beyond, say, I don't know, 3-3, 3-4, you just play 3 healers, and then you play the Climax combo +2 soul to heal 1. Go back down to 3-0.
On level 3?
Yeah, see, +2 soul at level 3 is kind of underrated, because if they're playing level 3s, then you play the +2 soul and you side all their level 3s for 1.
Well, yeah.
It's precise damage. It's something that it's slightly underrated, but of course, +2 soul in level 2 and level 0 isn't that great, unless you're, of course, rushing and you get them to level 2. So the downside, obviously, is that it's a +2 soul and that you have to have only one card in clock, and it's in the set as one of the best anti-healers in the entire game.
But the first effect makes up for everything.
Yeah, like you can run this without the Climax combo, I think. It's just, I don't know, like it has its own thing. I think it's playable. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time to see what kind of deck would come out of it. I tested this with the aforementioned deck, and it does worse than anything with Hibiki in it. So it's got its place, but if it just wasn't in Kantai, it was in a different set, it would most likely be a lot more playable. All right, second card. Oh, hey, look what we have here. It's the LSC, the Large Ship Construction. So you place 2 of your characters that are standing and put them to rest. If you rest 2 characters like so, then check the top card of your deck, or reveal it rather. If it is a ship girl character, you get to play it on stage and give it 1,000 power and the following ability until the opponent's next turn. This card can't be targeted by your opponent's effects. If it's not a ship girl, of course, just return it back to its original position. Here's the thing. If you really want to make a true large ship construction deck, you should flood your deck with level 3s and Maruyus. Because how many times have people are like, all right, let's spend several thousands resources and try to get, I don't know, let's take the rarest ship on LSC that people really want to get. Musashi.
Oh, God. Right? Wait, doesn't Musashi have to be played from your hand, though?
No, that's not the point. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to give you an idea of, like, the best case scenario for this large ship construction.
Oh, okay.
Which is following how the game does it. A lot of the good stuff from the LSC are all level 3s. So if you make a deck with just level 3s and Maruyu, and you get large ship construction out and you play it, and the top deck's Maruyu, it happens way too often. Like it's accurate to the game if you build your deck like that. And the saddest part of this is that it's literally a crapshoot. You can guarantee the top looking at the top card, but you're running top deck check cards at level 2 to just guarantee you a level 3 that doesn't get any of its on-play bonuses. And almost all the level 3s that are playable are played because they're on-play bonuses.
It's a bad card.
Yeah, it's a long way
like
of saying this is a very interesting card that had a good execution, just it doesn't play well in Weiss.
Well, I think they just wanted to put it in there. Just cause.
Yeah, just like they wanted to put Compass in the deck. Like, seriously.
Yeah, just cause they want to throw it in there, but is it good or not? You know, it's really hard to say.
No, it's easy to say. It's bad.
Okay, in this case, yeah, Compass, no, that's
No. I mean, like, large ship construction in this case, bad.
It is bad.
It's a poor card. It's a crapshoot, but when it works fun. Like, I think what you want to get is Issei Kai as your ideal target, because that's field swapper. And there's no really on-play bonuses for playing it, so yeah. There's not really much else to say. This card is a literal crapshoot that more or less gets you nothing.
Well, we just have to wait till more Kantai cards come out.
That's true.
That may change, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, you have to have something with good abilities that isn't an on-play effect, and you can reliably get it to the top of your deck.
Well,
That's another thing altogether.
Yeah. If there's a card that combos with it, like if it plays from large ship construction.
Yeah, like if there's a card that says on play, choose a card in your hand and place it on top of your deck. Like definitely, this card becomes infinitely more playable. But
I mean,
as for right now, it's just no.
Then we're just gonna have to see what there is, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But for now, it's bad. All right, so the next one is Resupply Ship Taige. The level 1 costs 0 4,500 power with the Ship Girl and Submarine Tender. Submarine Tender is also found in Maruyu for those fans. And for every other Ship Girl you control, this card gets 500 power. As Rei Zayaki just pointed out, yes, it's a copy of Ellie.
Does it have a change? No.
No, it does not.
Sadly.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
If it's changeable from level 0, like...
Then blue, all good.
Like, this literally helps blue out so much. Like, hey, we have a costless level 1 game that isn't reliant on changing from anti-heal. Like, this is actually pretty good. A 1065, that's actually a 6-5 without drawback. Even Kumano, which had a drawback, was a 6k.
Like, how would you compare this with Tenryu?
Which one?
The 101 that gets 500 for every
level 0?
Tenryu belongs in sort of like a first wave, second wave deck because you want to play Tenryu early on the first wave when you have very minimal level 0s. I mean, when you have a lot of 0s still. And then when everything gets wiped, that's when you play your actual threats. So you would play, for example, the Tenryu and the Tasata from last week on your first wave. And then your second wave consists of stuff like Yubari and Oyodo from last week and maybe like something like this. Now, Taige can fit in either row, can fit in either strategy, and is a solid frontliner regardless of whether you use the first wave, second wave or not. So this is a lot more flexible and a higher upside. Of course, the only thing is that it's blue. But if you can get around that I think it's a better card than Tenryu. All right, so next card, Yuho class light carrier. How do I say cruiser on that? It's light carrier. Yuho. Level 2 costs 5,000 power with the Ship Girl and Light Carrier traits. This card is a level assist, so characters in front of this get X power, where X the level times 500. And when you play the Climax, don't look down on us Light Carriers, which is blue stock 1 soul 1. You may pay 1. If so, choose one of your characters and it becomes a blue level Suicider.
It's so good.
A blue level Suicider, when this card gets reversed, put the opposing character on the bottom of its owner's deck.
It's so good. Pay one.
All the art of the Climaxes are really amazing, especially the crappy ones. Like if you look back at the first set, the crappier the Climax combo is, or the crappier the card is in regards to how often it's played in the top tier decks, the better its art is. Like Shimakaze's foiling is like pretty much non-existent. Well, that stupid gain 4k if no other characters in the front row. Climax combo. That one has the best art because the rain is actually textured. And you can actually feel the rain on the foil. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I've noticed on the first set. And,
anyways, this card is really good.
This card is good. Yeah.
Pay one Climax combo, make everyone a Suicider?
No, one character.
Everyone. Choose one.
Oh, is it one? Oh, never mind.
One character.
That's still fine.
It's still fine. It's playable. My question is that this is definitely more playable than the red carrier because the red carrier sucks. The red level assist is pay 1, ditch 1, search for light aircraft carrier or aircraft carrier, and there are none in red besides it. So
this is just a good level assist.
Well, this is a better assist, definitely. Like this is a better card. Now the question is, does it compete with the yellow one, which we'll be covering later?
See, I haven't seen any of these, so...
Okay, so I'll cover more about this when we get to the yellow one, which is coming right actually next. But first, let's cover her sister. Tone class Aviation Cruiser number 1, Tone Kai Ni. Level 2 costs 1, 8,000 power with a Ship Girl and Aviation Cruiser trait. When the Climax Aviation Cruiser sortie is placed onto your Climax border, and this card is in your front row, you can reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Ship Girl character, all characters you control gain 4k until the end of the turn. Comboing with the same Climax is her sister, Tone class Aviation Cruiser number 2, Chikuma Kai Ni. Level 2 costs 1, again, 5,000 power with the Ship Girl and Aviation Cruiser traits. This is also a level assist, and Climax combo with the same Climax, Aviation Cruiser sortie. Reveal top card of your deck. If it's a Ship Girl character, all your characters get +1 soul until the end of the turn. And the Climax is a 2k1.
Okay, so if you just take Chikuma Kai Ni and compare it to the 2-1 assist we just saw, Ryuho,
Yep.
and take their climaxes into consideration, I think Ryuho is better just because it's a stock 1 soul 1.
No, it's bad because it's a
disagree.
stock 1 soul 1.
But I don't think that
2K1s
it's
are infinitely
fine.
more playable than the stock 1 souls.
Well, the thing is,
Especially in
it'd be,
Kentai, where you're either compressing like mad, where you're going to get your stock anyways, or you're paying out all your stock because of Akagi Kai.
but Ryuho's climax combo ends up becoming free.
But
Since
Chikuma's already is free. So
Yeah.
essentially you're just giving all your characters plus 1 soul, while you're giving one of your characters
the reverse bottom
ability
deck.
to reverse. Bottom deck.
Suicide bottom deck. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, Chikuma. Now, here's the interesting thing: you cannot take Chikuma out of context of Tone because, okay, let's take this sample scenario. Let's put one Tone and one Chikuma in the back, right? You really want Tone's ability, so you'd use Chikuma's ability first. Oh, I'm gonna check top card. Oh, it's not a ship girl. Activate your 2K1's ability to draw that card, and then you check top card with the Tone. Like you have your stacking options with this card, and I feel that Tone and Chikuma are better cards than Ryuho.
I just like this one more because it's 2-card climax combo rather than just 1-1.
What do you mean?
Like as in like you can use it with both Tone and Chikuma.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's just way better.
Well, not only that, but if you have multiples of any of these in front, you can combo them off. And if you fail one, you can just draw the card with your 2K1. And because you get to stack all the auto triggers.
Yeah, in any order.
You determine which side you resolve them first. Is the top card a ship girl? No? Okay, I'll just draw it. And then for the rest of the characters, you get to basically pull off their effects if the next card is a ship girl.
Yeah.
So that, in my mind, makes this more playable than the other one. That's not to say Ryuho is a bad card. In fact, this being a 2K1 does conflict with Shimakaze, because you don't really want to be running 8 2K1s in the deck.
Especially since it's all yellow.
Yeah. So if you're going to be running this combo, you're probably going to be taking Shimakaze out and switching out with another advantage engine, like, say, I don't know, Tenryu from the first set. Like this deck has to have its own sort of build. Like you cannot run this Climax as a 4 of and Shimakaze's Climax as a 4 of. There has to be some sort of lead. If you're gonna run them both in the same deck, I think Shimakaze's Climax goes to 3. This one goes to 3, and you're probably gonna be running 2 treasure for Akagi Kai or something like that. Other than that, I think this is a really good combination. Of course, it really remains to be seen how playable it is in regards to its counterparts, because it's in the color that probably has the best stuff already. And if it's not outstanding, it may just fall flat.
I do like Tone's climax combo the most out of both of them.
That's right.
Just 4K global 4K is so fun. Yeah, no, that's it.
I got nothing else to add to that. Like Tone's is definitely better than Chikuma's, but Chikuma has something there.
Well, I mean, Chikuma also lets you side easier, right? So
yeah,
if you need to.
So if you miss Tone and you have 2 Chikuma at the back, well, hey, there's your Junyo without actually needing to run Junyo.
So you can run Musashi.
All right, let's move on. Next card is, for the sake of her ship's pride, Shiratsuyu Kai. This is a blue level 0 cost 0, 2500 power with a ship girl and destroyer trait. I'm going to talk about its brainstorm effect first. It's a pay 1, tap 2, and mill 4 cards from the top of your deck. For every climax you hit, draw a card. Because this first ability is rather interesting. At the start of your opponent's attack phase, if this card's in your front row, you must take the top card of your deck and put it in your waiting room. If that card happens to be level 1 or higher, this card dies. But if it's level 0 or lower, this includes climaxes, you can treat this card as a runner for the turn.
It's really interesting because it's good because you can leave it in the back row and not have to mill if you really want to, if you just need it for brainstorm. But if you need a runner, it's a safe runner. Well, I wouldn't say safe, but it's a runner that can be a runner. It has a chance to be a runner, and you can still brainstorm because it's not rest this, it's rest 2.
So yesterday at the tournament, I got asked this question quite a bit. Is this card playable?
I think it's perfectly playable. I think it's perfectly playable.
This is my answer. Do you run Inazuma, or do you run Murasame? Do you run any level 0 that hurts yourself in order to take advantages? If you do, you're playing this card. And here's my reasoning. Most of the time when you're damaging yourself, Inazuma or Murasame, you're aiming to get to level 1 faster so that you can pull off your level 1 combos on their level 0 characters. like Chimakaze. This card helps you accomplish that by, okay, so I'm gonna be in the front row and I'm gonna run. If you run successfully, then yay, this character stays on board and it's a level 0 that you can move to wherever you want. Or let's see if you hit the level 1 or higher, it dies. Either way, your opponent is going to be attacking you for 2. There's no way that this card will not force your opponent to attack you for 2.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Right?
I mean,
and if you happen to cancel the 2, then hey, you canceled. That's fine. Right? The only downside is that it's technically a minus if she dies, which is why her runner ability doesn't cost her any power. Her brainstorm effect is definitely playable and allows her to be used even if she's in the front row. And other than that, I mean, like let's say for the sake of example that you're at level 3 and you're forced to play her to the front row and she attacks an open slot. Great job. And your other 2 characters die. Now your opponent has a tough choice. They can't kick the clock this card. Because if you mill a level 0, she can just run. And if you mill a level 1 or higher, well, she just happens to die anyway, so you can't kick the clock her. Secondly, if you mill anything but a climax, you get closer and closer to taking your to getting a cancel, which is obviously better for you. This card has a lot of hidden upside when it comes to the later parts of the game, outside of being a level 0.
I just like that you can leave this in the back row and not have to worry about it if you really need to.
If you really need to, yes. Unfortunately, like Ikazuchi's Brainstorm from the first set, you didn't have that opportunity. You had to pay 1 and tap this card.
Yeah, this one at least it's a bit more flexible.
Yeah, which is why this Brainstorm is infinitely more playable than Ikazuchi, despite the fact that she has the potential to kill herself. So hopefully I've extolled upon her values. Now, should you run her as a 4 of? Hell no. No. At most, runner has a 2 of or 3 of. But I'm going to recommend it as a 2 of if you already run Inazuma and or Murasame. If you don't run either, and you're not aiming to get the level 1 early, like for example, you're running the Battleship Sisters Change, the Stock 1 Soul 1 Clock Yourself to Change combo, then you may not run this as much because you want to conserve as much stock as possible at level 0. And I would suggest instead going for Tokitsukaze as your Brainstormer, as your only Brainstormer, rather. Other than that, this card is definitely playable and might be seen at a surprising number of tables near you. Let's move on. Ryuja class light carrier Ryuja Kai Ni. Level 2 costs 1500 power with the ship girl and light carrier traits. At the start of your climax phase, if you have no other back row characters and this card is in the back row, you may pay 2. If you do, choose a card from your clock, add it to your hand, and take the top card of your deck, put it in clock. When you play the treasure climax, light carrier Ryuja heading out, choose a Ryuja class, Ryuja Kai from your waiting room and add it to your hand. We do not know what that card is yet. Just to state that. And as an activated ability, you can tap this to take the top card of your deck and put it in your stock. So it's kind of confusing just by reading it. So basically, the whole idea is that you put this in the back row, and there's no other cards in the back row.
Okay, and then you can.
So at start of climax phase, you can pay 2 and grab a card from your clock, and then take a damage.
Okay.
Activated ability, so you can use this during your main phase. Tap this, take the top card of your deck, put it in stock. So essentially, your first ability only costs 1 now, and your climax combo salvages her Kai version, which we don't know what it is yet.
This seems really awkward.
I don't like it.
You're not kidding.
I don't like it at all. Mainly because it doesn't give any sort of like global or front power, so it's not.
There's no power on it, right?
It's non-assist, so you don't want it in the back row.
But it's 1500, so you don't want it in the front row.
So you don't want it in your deck.
Now, there's a few things that will make this playable. First off, the compression deck starts taking on more green. Because this card is faster than Tatsuda when it comes to compression. You just take the top card of your deck, put it in stock, and Tatsuda requires tapping it, getting the card
but
from the
Tatsuda is clean.
And then the next turn, yeah. But you have top deck checks in Kentai anyways. You can just check the top card before you put it into a waiting room.
But without any other back row?
I mean, stock. Yeah, because the cards that usually check top card are front row.
I still don't like it.
You don't. Well, I completely understand not liking it. It's a under average card at the moment. It has some interesting effects that I don't think.
I'm guessing it all depends on what
the Kai Ni.
I mean
Kai.
Yeah. If Kai ends up being like a good card and like does something that'll make a bigger impact than this, or makes up for the fact that this isn't an assist, I think it'll be played.
Like Ryujo, when this card was first spoiled, and this was actually a couple weeks ago, this card was spoiled to salvage the Ryujo, not Ryujo Kai, but just the Ryujo from the first set, and that card's crap. 2/8K, discard a card as an activated ability to gain power. We'll see what happens with this card. For now, it's under average. We have to wait for that Ryujo Kai to see what's going on with that.
So much blind stock. Next card.
Sure, alright. Let's cover another group of sisters. Soryu class aircraft carrier Chikuma Kai Ni. Level 3 cost 2, 10,000 power with the ship girl and aircraft carrier traits. Character opposite this loses 1 soul. So hey, we have our first -1 soul character in Kantai. When this comes into play, look at the top card of your deck, and you may place this at the bottom of your deck. When this card attacks and the Climax attack squad launch is in your Climax zone, this card gets 2k power and the following ability until the end of your opponent's turn. Character opposite this loses 1 soul. And the Climax is a draw 1.
-2 soul.
1k1. So this Climax combo makes this a character opposite this gets -2 soul.
So good.
Also, it gets
0.
plus 2,000 power.
Yeah, the 2k stays. So what do you think?
Pretty good. On play is meh, but the other abilities make it up for it.
So it gets 2k until the end of the opponent's turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
2k and the ability, yes.
It's also a top deck checker.
It is.
I like it. I actually like this.
It's very interesting. This is, by the way, one of the double R's of the set.
3/2 -2 soul. It's Shiroi.
Yep. Shiroi all over again.
Except in my opinion, well, it's not as reliable as Shiroi.
Well, this one's just Climax combo, while Shiroi you have to reverse something, and sometimes your opponent won't give you the option to reverse something.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Akatsuki needs to reverse stuff too, right?
Yeah,
So,
but Akatsuki, who plays Akatsuki? I'm kidding. Kidding. Don't get mad at me.
everybody but you.
Everybody but me. Yep. Anyway, next card, her sister.
Yep. Her sister, Hiryu class aircraft carrier, Hiryu Kai Ni. Level 3 cost 2, 9,500 power with the ship girl and aircraft carrier traits. If 2 of this card is in your waiting room or more, then this card becomes a level 2 in your hand. And at the start of your opponent's draw phase, choose any character you control and give it 4,000 if this is in the front row.
That's opponent's draw phase. What the heck? And it just has to be in the front row. It doesn't even have to be center stage. I like this, actually.
No, center stage means front row.
Yeah, that's what I said. It only has to be in the front row. It doesn't have to be like middle front or something.
Oh, no. Just
Middle slot.
as long as it's in the front row, you can give any character 4k.
Or 16k, guys.
I really like this, actually.
I don't.
Really?
No. First off, we have better on-play effect, like level 2 cards that can be played from level 3, right? Like, there was one already spoiled last week, Tea Time Congo.
Oh, see, I haven't seen all of these.
Okay, so Tea Time Congo, just to recap, is a level 3 cost 2, 9,500 power. If you have 2 or more ship girls, it's plus 1,000. -1 level in hand if you have 6 or more climaxes in your waiting room. And on-play salvage. Like, that card is much more playable than this one. Secondly, this is a double R. This does not feel double R-ish.
Wait, there's a double. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, no, that doesn't feel double R.
I have a problem with that.
What if this was like a 3 to 10k?
This is a 3/2/10k? No.
It's a no. Still no.
No. Like, it's not. My problem with it isn't the power. It's just that it does nothing. 4,000 power, that's great. They can just side that one and kill the other 2. 9,500 power isn't hard for people to get over, even at level 1. Okay, maybe it's a little hard at level 1, but level 2, most decks can get over 9,500 power easy. And what's our best counter? What, a 3k vanilla backup?
Nope. The best counter is Compass.
No, I'm talking about power-wise.
Yeah.
3k vanilla, and most decks don't even run that. They run the 2,500 or the 2k counters at level 1 and Zuiho at 2,500. Like, what's the point? So yeah,
There is no point. So,
I don't think this is a good card, particularly 1 because of its rarity, and 2 because there are better alternatives that have already been spoiled.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Too bad. At least it doesn't have a climax combo with the book trigger, because then I'd have to reevaluate it.
Oh, if it did, that would probably be. Wait, what if this was instead of beginning of opponent's draw phase? What if it was climax combo? Oh
Choose a
no.
character, give it 4k until the end of the opponent's turn.
Yeah,
Infinitely more playable.
because it's also on your turn.
Yes.
Yeah. Why couldn't they make it that? But I guess that would be a bit too strong on a level 2.
No, it wouldn't.
No?
No.
Then why wouldn't you?
I mean, like green has all these plus 3k until the end of the opponent's turn already. This is a level 3 essentially that you're playing at level 2 because they balance it for the level on the card, not for the level it can be played at.
Oh, bushy troll, please.
So, yeah, sad.
Time for Wushan's favorite set.
Really?
Or least favorite set. Let's
Favorite set,
let's be 100% clear. Wuxian was the guy that we talked about last week. Bia-san and I, where we just mentioned that a certain someone didn't like this set at all. Yeah, that would be Wuxian.
We all know it's Dio all along. We all know it's Dio, guys. So let's move on to Dio friend Beta. Okay.
Girlfriend Beta.
Girlfriend Beta. Okay, sorry. Just in case someone actually got confused there. Someone behind the scenes and the protagonist, Yuki Nae. Okay, translation is weird. Whatever.
No. I think a better translation would basically be supporting character and the protagonist. Yuki Nae.
Supporting the character.
Yeah, something along the lines of like she is behind the scenes helping out, but also the main person. So
yeah.
So something like that.
105k girl trait, which is a really weird trait. Act, pay 1, gain 2k.
I don't like it.
Standard trial deck card.
I really don't like it.
Really? I'd rather have +1 soul.
Here's the interesting thing. That effect normally is on a green card, but there's no green in Girlfriend Beta. So they're having to put some of the green effects in other colors. This effect would never be seen in a red card naturally.
Just so people know why there is no green, it's because the game itself has no green cards.
Really? Is that really it?
Yes, the game only has 3 colors. I think red is like cute and like no, I don't remember. No. When you start the game, you join clubs and like red is like aesthetic or something, and like blue is science, and like yellow is like literature or some shit. I don't remember. It's a terrible
yellow,
game.
Blue, and red, so there's no actual green in this. Wow, what an arbitrary reason to cut green from the set. Wow.
Yeah, that is the reason, and the game sucks because I deleted it like after character creation. It was like, this game is boring. Anyways,
no, and just to point out how bad it is to you, you're still playing Megami Quest.
Yeah. Anyways. Hey, that's better. Okay. Anyways, what next card? 1/1 is a backup. Fluffy keyboard. Asahina Momoko, girl music trait. It's just typical 1/1 2K backup.
Standard. That means that it's the only backup in the trial deck, and that's probably the worst possible backup to have in a trial deck. I would rather have the 1/0s or the 2/1s, but not 1/1s.
Why couldn't this be 1/1/1/5 and then reveal top if it's a girl plus another 1k?
Because this is a trial deck.
Still,
this is actually looking like an actual trial deck.
I can believe.
Not like the Terraformars crap where they have like infinite number of bugs.
I don't want to buy 6 trial decks.
Well, considering how big.
Well,
if I recall correctly, Girlfriend Beta is really big.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get a triple R Swarm card.
So I assume that the TD is sort of like it's like little bait for the booster. That's how I'm viewing it. It's a little bait.
It is. So
I mean, like the card effects aren't really good. It just say, hey guys, you know that Weiss has Girlfriend as a set now. That is, you know.
I mean, if you look at the next card, it's really good.
Like to prove your point. Like let's head to the next card.
Next card 3/2. 10k. 2 soul, girl after school trait. They have the weirdest trait ever, but whatever.
They do.
When this card is played on play, you heal, and when you play Climax in your Climax border, this gains 1.5k to end of turn.
So, like I mentioned last week, we know the contents of the Girlfriend Beta trial deck. This card is a one-of.
Wait, what?
Yep.
This card is a one-of.
Is the other one a one of too then?
Yes. The other level 3 is also a one-of.
That's so awkward.
It's like literally saying, "Hey, you want to play Girlfriend? Hey,
buy 4 of this."
Shame if there were only one level 3 a healer. I mean, like seriously, what the heck?
That's so bad.
Okay. Before before I talk about effects, just look at this in a marketing perspective.
Okay, sure.
Okay, most people who play Girlfriend probably have not played Weiss Schwarz. They just want, you know, this to
People
promote.
at our locals beg to differ.
No. Let him talk. I think he's talking about like the general.
Okay.
In general, yeah, I'm pretty sure most people who play mobile games don't. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but they don't know that about Weiss Schwarz. So
I agree. There's
you're
quite a
just
number
putting
of Girlfriend
Girlfriend to
players
bait
that
them
don't
in.
know anything about Weiss. Yeah.
Yep. They're gonna just buy the TV and be like, I don't know, it's Girlfriend. I played a mobile game. I don't know any other set. And they're gonna wait for a booster. It's a booster bait, pretty much.
Okay. What I find interesting is that this is one of the 4 signed cards in the set, in the trial deck.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This one, the other
Anyway.
level 3,
Yeah.
the 2-1 that's coming up, and the 1 card from last week. I think the assist. Either that or no, it's not the assist. It's another card. I don't remember which 4 are the signs, but yeah, this is one of them.
Yeah. In terms of card effects, it's okay for a TD. It's
I think this
healer.
one's fine.
Haven't got a healer for a while in other TDs, I think.
Yeah, it's not just okay. It's great for a TD.
Yeah, I think it's good.
TD, that's not bad.
And the power boost is, it's okay.
It's not Chitoge level. It's not Chitoge level.
You have to pay 1 for Chitoge.
So it's 4K.
She's different. She's gorilla. She's a different. Don't compare animals and cute girls.
I am going to kill you.
I'm joking.
I see you in 2 days. Just be careful.
Let's move on to Murakami Fumio before we.
Okay, 3-2. Another level 3 is the one of looking up Starry Sky Murakami Fumio, girl and book trait. Look at all these traits. When all of your characters are of the girl trait, this gains 1K. On play, search your deck for a girl character and your hand shuffle your deck.
I don't know about this card.
Why do I think of Honoka? The first thing that comes to mind is
The first thing I think of is Nui.
what? What?
When all of your other characters are X trait gain power.
Oh, well,
Because Nui is clothes, and this one's girl. But it's the same effect.
the whole set. I'm pretty sure it's all going to be girl. I don't think there is going to be one card that's not in the whole set.
And the second effect is just like a standard search.
Yeah, but like, would you want to search anything in the TD? That's
the healer
Yeah.
the healer. Yeah, okay.
and the 2-1
If it's
that's coming up.
Yeah, which there is not much to say. It just really depends on what other cards are in the TD, and if you're lucky and they're actually in your deck.
Or you buy 4 of this and you play 4 of this card and you search for itself and fill your field.
Yeah, that's kind of
the
what you
hardcore
do
fans will do.
with,
it. Hardcore fans
Onodera. It's a TD. I mean, that's definitely possible. Except you have a good level 3 that you can also search for, or a level 2 finisher that we're going to talk about next.
So I'll move on. 2-1, 8K. Red. Everybody's whereabouts. Lemaire.
Chloe Lemaire.
Lemaire. Okay, my pronunciation is crap. Anyway,
This is another sign, by the way. This is
Yep.
the 3rd sign for sure.
it's girl trait. So when this card declares an attack with the Climax Chihaya Nandoka.
Nantoka. Or technically the translation is Chihaya, whatever your name is.
So, okay, yeah, Nantoka, yeah. It's a red Climax. It's a gate trigger comeback. When you play that, you pay the cost, which is place the top card of your deck to your clock. If you do, deal 1 damage to your opponent. This gains 2K power damage.
That's really good.
Not only that, but this comeback trigger is 4 of in the trial deck.
I'm just gonna put my headphone down and walk away now. I'm done. No, I'm kidding. I think this is really good. Climax-
Climax,
Climax combo burn.
This trial deck.
Comeback burn. It's
Good.
And then you buy 4 of these and now you have 12 extra books. Not books, gates. Comeback triggers, yeah.
Well, I still like the name because like the first reference I ever had to the word Nantoka came in Nanoha, where Vita just didn't know how to pronounce Nanoha's name, so it was like Takamachi Nantoka, which really references how silly Vita is in that set. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Anyway,
But
this
it's-
card
it's
is
a
a
pretty
nice
good
finisher
finisher.
for trial deck.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
just don't abuse it. Like you only do this when you really need to win the game. Like, you don't want to start damaging yourself really early just to potentially deal 1 damage.
But if they're at like
Yeah.
2-6 and you have 3 of these, go for it.
Well, yeah, of course.
But if you're like a level 2,
Like, if you're 2-3 and your opponent's 1-6, don't do it.
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
just pretty bad. Pretty much it. I don't think there has been any updates to upcoming releases.
I don't remember last week. Did you guys talk about the booster sets being announced?
Oh, no, we have one more card of the day.
Wait, do
Wait,
we?
what?
Yeah.
What?
We've been okay. So I don't know if you two have been watching our podcast videos, but we've been covering the card from Fairy Tale English that is completely new and has never been released before in Japanese.
Oh yeah, there's only 2 announced right now, right?
So the third one, which is the third one this week, right? Because the last 2 weeks had different ones. The first one was Lucy. The second one was
Gray.
What? No.
Wasn't it Gray?
No. Second one was Natsu.
Oh,
Natsu Brainstormer.
I don't even remember.
So the third card, Guardian of Fairy Tale, Urza. This is a level 2 cost 1 counter, and it's a 2500 counter. And if you check the top card, it's a magic character, you give an extra 1000. So hey, look at that, it's a 3500 counter for Fairy Tale. Thankfully, this one's not much to talk about, it's just there. Like, you have the Celestial counters at level 1 if you really want it, or your standard Dragon counter, 6500, but this is a nice salvageable counter that you can use for pretty much every single deck, whether it be Urza fan deck or not.
I'm guessing that only came out today.
It came out last night.
Oh, okay.
But yes. It comes out every Friday, or Thursday night, rather. So at the end of every week for the next 2 more weeks, we'll be covering those as well.
So, well, upcoming releases...
We've covered pretty much everything. It's already been announced that Nanoha Vivid is getting an anime. We still don't know if that and Dog Days Prime 2nd is getting a Weiss set, but it's more or less everything but confirmed.
I'm just hoping for Ansatsu Kyoshitsu getting an Weiss set, Assassination Classroom.
Wait till the anime's out and look at the reviews, and you'll see from there.
Oh,
Yeah, if you see Bushiroad on the sponsors, then you'll probably know which ones.
Yeah.